It's the Super Smart Farm Show.
Hey there, farm friends. Welcome back to the Super Smart Farm Show. Elmer here, and I am on my way to visit my friend, Farmer Clementine. She said she could use some help out in the field today. Want to come along? Great! Yahoo! So today we're going to be helping Farmer Clementine with a problem a lot of farmers have to deal with: weeds. Farmers use all kinds of techniques to fight weeds from taking over their fields, but I can't help but wonder what would happen if farmers just stopped fighting? What would happen if they let weeds grow wherever they wanted? Sounds like a farmer's worst nightmare, right? But what do you think, farm friends? What would happen if weeds took over a farm field? A, the crops would grow even better. B, weeds would fight with the other crops for space, water, and nutrients. Or C, the weeds would blossom into beautiful flowers, making it all worthwhile. Did you say B? You're absolutely right. If left unchecked, weeds would start to cut in on the resources crops need to grow and thrive. But don't take my word for it. Let's see what Clementine has to say on the subject. Here we are at Clementine's flower farm. I love coming here, especially in the spring and summer. Look at all these beautiful blooms, ranunculus, peonies, and tulips. Hang on a second. What's that tall, scraggly-looking thing over there?
Hi, Elmer. Hi, farm friends. I see you've spotted one of my biggest challenges: weeds.
Weeds, huh? Is that what I'm looking at? A weed, not just a less attractive flower?
Yep, that's a marestail weed. One of the toughest, most persistent weeds out there. Lots of farmers have to deal with those.
I bet. Hey, the farm friends and I were just wondering what would happen if you let them grow wild all over the farm.
The weeds? Are you kidding?
Well, it's just hypothetical, and that means a pretend situation.
Well, Elmer, it wouldn't be pretty. Weeds might not look like trouble at first, but they can cause big problems for farmers.
Really? They're just plants, though. We recently learned from our friend Beatrice the Bee about dandelions. A lot of people think dandelions are weeds, but it turns out they just get a bad rap.
Well, that's true, but I'm not talking about little dandelions here. The weeds I'm talking about don't have good qualities. These weeds compete with crops for sunlight, water, and nutrients in the soil.
Compete? Like they're in a contest? Like the Olympics?
Exactly. And weeds are really good at winning.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good for your flowers or any other crops for that matter.
It's not. If weeds take over, my flowers might wind up growing smaller or not grow at all.
That's not good. I guess this contest isn't just a game.
That's right.
Hey, farm friends, let's think about this. If there's a competition over who gets resources like water and nutrients, what does that say about those resources? A, they're overly abundant, more than enough to go around. Or B, there's a limited amount, so it's important for the right plants to get the resources they need. The answer is B. There's a limited amount of resources like water and nutrients in the soil. So farmers need to make sure their crops, not the weeds, are getting the lion's share.
Hey, did somebody say weeds?
Whoa, who said that? Wait, was that mare's tail weed we spotted earlier?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right. I'm back. The name's Marvin.
A talking weed.
You could call me that, or you could call me a fast-growing, highly competitive plant. How's that for a fancy title?
Pretty fancy. Okay, Marvin, when you say you're competitive, I guess you mean you're referring to that fight for resources we keep hearing about. Hey, farm friends, which of these things do you think makes weeds like mare's tail tough competitors? A, they grow fast and spread a lot of seeds. B, they can run a 6-minute mile. Or C, they give the crops the malachi crunch. The answer is A.
That's right. I do grow fast, and I spread seeds like confetti. And I take over fields like a champ.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem.
Okay, Marvin, but how did you get here? Where did you come from?
No, Elmer, don't get him started.
Hey, Let me tell my story. Seeds, my friend. Lots and lots of seeds. One plant like me can make thousands. Then we marestails rely on the wind to carry those seeds all over the place.
Whoa, you rode in on the wind. That's so cool. Do all seeds fly the friendly skies?
Some do, some don't. Our seeds will also hitch rides on animals, birds, farming equipment, even humans.
Oh, that's right. Hey, farm friends, have you ever found seeds or stickers or burrs attached to your clothes after you've been outside? That means you've been helping plants spread their seeds around, including weeds.
And we thank you for it. Oh, and get this. Some weeds spread when animals eat their seeds in one location, then deposit the seeds when they poop in a different location.
Gross, but resilient.
Yeah, and that's why farmers have to stay on top of weeds. If we let even a few grow, they can multiply into a big problem very quickly.
You farmers are always spoiling the fun. No sense of adventure.
Hey, Marvin, what would happen if farmers let you and your weed buddies grow everywhere?
It would be glorious. We'd block the sunlight, soak up all the water, and crowd out those slowpoke crops.
Yikes!
What Marvin here is saying is that tall weeds would keep shorter crops from getting the sunlight they need while hogging all of the other resources. That would mean farmers' harvests would be much smaller.
And that means less food, fewer flowers, and a lot of frustrated farmers. So, Clementine, how do farmers stop the weeds from taking over?
We use a few different methods. Sometimes we pull them by hand, sometimes we use tools or equipment to remove them, and sometimes farmers use special products to control them. I don't want to get too into the weeds today, though, pardon the pun. Bring the farm friends back again sometime and I'll tell you all about it then.
Count us in. Fighting these weeds sure sounds like a lot of work.
It is, but it's important work. Healthy crops need space, water, and nutrients to grow, and don't need weeds making it more difficult than it already is.
You farmers are a bunch of wet blankets.
Ease up there, Marvin. I think farmers just want to make sure there's enough food, or in the case of this field, flowers for everyone.
Whatever. As long as there's a farm field, I'm going to keep trying to sneak back into it.
And we'll be ready for you. In fact, I'm about to go get my work gloves so we can start kicking you and the rest of your weed friends out of here.
Ah! Time to scram.
All right, farm friends, I think it's time to see what we've learned today. Question 1. What happens if weeds take over a field? A. Crops grow taller, faster, and stronger. B. Crops struggle to grow. Or C. The weeds throw a victory party. That's right, it's B. Weeds compete with crops and make it harder for them to grow. Question 2. Why are weeds so hard to control? A. They're hard to see. B. They're too quick to catch. Or C. They produce lots of seeds. The answer is C. Weeds spread quickly by producing lots of seeds. Okay, one last question for you. Question 3. How can weeds affect a farmer's harvest? A. The weeds add extra flavoring to the crops, which makes the harvest more valuable. B. The weeds don't affect it at all. Or C. If weeds take over, the harvest will be smaller. You got it, it's C. If weeds outcompete the crops for resources, the end result is a smaller harvest for the farmer.
Great job, farm friends. I knew you'd be able to weed out all of Marvin's bluster and get to the facts.
Thanks for teaching us all about weeds today, Clementine. I know I don't want them taken over.
Oh, anytime, Elmer. All right, ready to get to work fighting off Marvin and his weed buddies? I'll go get you some gloves.
I'm always happy to help out. Well, farm friends, today we learned that weeds are just plants, but they can cause big problems if they take over. Farmers work hard to keep their fields healthy so crops can grow strong and provide food, flowers, and more to all of us. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay super smart.
This episode features the voices of Eric Herlock, Candice Wierzbowski, and Travis Barrett. It was written by Candice Wierzbowski. It was produced by the Lancaster Farming digital team. Sound design and mixing by Justin Berger. The theme music is by Eric Herlock, with additional music from Epidemic Sound. This episode of the Super Smart Farm Show is copyright 2026 by Lancaster Farming Newspaper, part of the Steinman Communications family. Do you have a farming question you'd like to hear answered on the Supersmart Farm Show? Email us at supersmart@lancasterfarming.com. We'd love to hear from you.
It's the Super Smart Farm Show.